Hey everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, and I am here with a how-to video for you. Today I'm going to show you how to create a free shop banner or shop header image for your Etsy store using an internet-based tool that is free. It's called Canva, and the only thing you have to download is the image itself, so it's really easy to use. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to pay anything. They do have premium upgrades where you can pay, but even those are pretty affordable. And we're going to just create a free image today. And I will show you how to do that using a screen capture from my computer. So without further ado, let's go make a shop banner. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is go to canva.com. It's canva.com. And you're probably going to have to create a free account in order to actually download the image. But it is free to create it. You just need to give them your email address and your name. I have found that Canva does not inundate you with a ton of junk email, at least so far, so that's nice. I think I've gotten like maybe 2 emails from the whole time that I've been signed up with Canva. And they are a free tool that has all kinds of pre-made graphics, particularly social media things. So if you want like a Facebook cover design or Twitter cover design or YouTube thumbnail, it's really easy to do with Canva. And they have a bunch of pre-made templates, and then you can upload your own photos. Now, they have a bunch of free templates, and then they also have ones where you pay for, the premium upgrade ones where you pay for the image or the template. Seem to be pretty reasonably priced. All the ones I've seen are like $1, so that's pretty reasonable for creating something. And like I said, you can do a lot of ones for free. So to create a design, we're going to click this More tab, and that's going to give us all the different options that Canva has available to us. And so you can see there's the popular design types, there's social media posts, there's different documents, like if you're creating a magazine or letterhead or resume, pretty fancy resume there, blogging and ebooks, marketing materials, if you're a real estate agent, want to make a flyer, or want to make some kind of promotional poster, or even a menu if you have a restaurant, you can do all that with Canva, which is pretty cool. What we're interested in is down here. It comes under the social media and email headers, even though it's not really either. But as you can see, we can make an Etsy cover photo, or we can even make an Etsy shop icon. And it's probably a good idea to have those, if not exactly the same, at least have some branding going on there. But we're going to actually do the cover photo, which is, our shop banner image. And so when we bring this up, it's going to show us a whole bunch of options here on the side for templates. So they have some that are pretty much, I want to say, like clip art based, graphic based, and then they also have ones that are photo based. And as you can see on Canva here, in the corner of each image, it'll tell you, each design, it'll tell you how much it costs. So these are all free, which is awesome. So you can see there's a whole bunch of different designs you can scroll through. Can't talk. You can scroll through and see what's available. Oh, my dad just sent me a message on Facebook. Anyway, there's a ton of free options here, and we can just look at the different ones that we have available, and all of these are free with the image, the design, and you can customize the design any way you like. I'm just going to keep scrolling down here to show you how much there is. There's really a lot of choices. So you can see all the ones that are free. Now that one doesn't say free, which I'm guessing you have to pay for that image to use that design. Now all these have an image uploaded with them. If you have an image of your own, you can use that and customize this with your own image. And what I'm going to do today is actually do a customized one, but I'm going to show you first how to do one just using like the standard elements that Canva has available. And down here, these are, different designs that you can use with like a series of photos if you have a bunch of photos you want to include in your banner. And I'm going to go up and pick one of these. It's a really simple graphic one. So it looks pretty cool as it is, but we could easily customize this, and I'm going to do that. We're going to change the background here to a different color, maybe something a little more subtle here that's a little bright. I want it maybe like even maybe a little bit like that. And then the green is a little too harsh there. So we can change the color of these leaves. And what I'm going to actually do is change it so that it matches and it's like a little subtle like that. Oops, I just created another one. I don't want to do that. But yeah, let's change these leaves here. And so even though that's the same design, we've already customized it so it looks really different. My shop is called Planet Alyssa, so I would probably want to say that there. My computer's hanging up there. Okay. Then you can change the font here. So this is at Quattro Centro. I think the font that I actually use for my logo is Pacifico. Let's see. There it is. So that looks more like my font. Now the black maybe is a little too harsh, so we can play around with the color there. That might get lost on there, but we could do something maybe a little darker or something. Anyway, just to give you an idea, now this has like even a tagline here, so we could just put I don't know, I can't actually see what I typed, so I think I mistyped something there, but we'll change the color there so that it matches. Oh, I put a capital T. So you could do something like that. You could even move this down if you wanted, because that maybe looks, I want to move this down. And then we'll move this down here if I can. What am I doing here? So something like that, which is a perfectly good banner. I could use that, but I have some other ideas that I might want to do. But that just shows you how easy it is to take one of these pre-made designs, customize it with your name and information, you know, do your different color schemes that you prefer, and create your own unique banner. And I could download this right now for free. All I'd have to do is hit the download button, no problem. And I am actually going to play around with some images that I have. So let's see how to do that. We're going to create a new one. And what I was thinking maybe about using this here. Now, obviously, I don't really want Caesar salad or whatever that is in the background, because that doesn't really go with my my brand, my vintage items. But I can go to uploads and upload a new image. I have some images there because I use it to make YouTube thumbnails. So I'm going to try something like, I have a graphic here that I'd like to try and see how that works. And then I also have a photo that I'm going to upload and see how that works. But let's try the graphic. So we got that there. We're going to bring that over here. Whoops, there we go. So that's how it looks now in the background, which is pretty cool. And we're going to change this so it says Planet Alyssa. And we are going to change our font here to that Pacifico. There it is. And we can also make this bigger. Like if we want this box to be a little bit bigger, we can do that. Might also want to take this maybe we'll put vintage wares. How's that? I'm not sure if I like that green because it doesn't really match our green anymore. So let's try it in the blue, kind of like that. So that's one option there. And I don't know if I can, yeah, that's preset to that like dimension for the box, I guess. And I might try to make even this a little bit bigger. So if we want to play around with the font size, we can do that. Set for 47.2. 56 is probably going to be too big. It didn't change it. Hang on. What did I do? Must have been clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so it's preset to automatically size it for that box. But that is one option. I kind of like that, so I might even download that image to use. And so to download, we're just going to download an image for the web, and it's going to save it, and on my computer is going to open it up in preview automatically. So I'll just close out of that so we can create another one. Let's go back. Can I go back to layouts here? So we're going to try this. We are going to use something that I uploaded here. Let's go to my uploads. And I have like a plain wood background. So that kind of looks like that. Now we can also play around with the filters on a photo upload here. So we have normal, we have Cali, we have epic. I'll just show you some of the, there's epic, there's Cali, which is similar to normal, but a little bit faded out. And then you can play around even with the intensity of it here. So you can make it like more faded, I guess you would say. So it looks something like that, which kind of looks nice. I keep doing this. I keep accidentally creating another. And then here we're going to put Planet Alyssa, if I can type. We're going to change this to my font. We got to get up to that. So there it is in my Pacifico font. It's all capitalized, which we don't want. Yeah, we don't want it uppercase. There we go. And then I think I want this font to be bigger, so let's see what we can do. Like 56, that's probably good enough. Oops, what did I do? Something there. So that's one option too. I kind of still like the green better, but let's play around some more. Let's try something else out here just to see different options. Trying to find something a little bit different to see how that would look. Crazy about that. But here's one, you know, this is their pre-made image. We're going to change that to Planet Alyssa. We're going to change our font again to Pacifico here. And so that would look like that with their image. Or we can take one of my images and see how it looks with, we'll try our wood grain here. So that's kind of cool. We can, again, we can change the filter on it here, and can try our Cali again and see how that looks. That looks kind of nice and subtle. Maybe a little bit too subtle, a little bit too boring there. We might want a little bit more. We could always add different elements to it too. So if you click here, you could add photos, you could add frames, you could add illustrations, different things. I'm not sure that illustration would really work. That's more like clip art type things. They do have different photos here if you wanted to change it up. And all of these here with the free are all free photos, so you could try out any of those that you wanted. And as you scroll down, eventually you're going to get to, oh, my dad's now sharing a post. You're going to eventually get to some that cost money, but these are a whole bunch of free ones that are available, so that's pretty cool. Here, let's just try something and see how that looks with a different photo, one of theirs. So we could do something like that. We could do something like that, which looks kind of cool, actually. Anyway, you get the idea. It's really, really easy to use. You can play around with it. And like I said, it's free. So it's free to download this image if I wanted to download it. Did I change the font color at all? I don't know that I tried doing that, so I'll show you how to do that. Well, we could try that. I don't think that's going to go too well with this, but let's try a different color here. So if you hit the plus, it takes you to the color wheel, and you can try something maybe a little brighter than that. I don't know. It's a little too, oh, it's muted down here. So I don't know, something like that maybe. I don't know if that quite goes with my vintage shop, but anyway, you get the idea. It's really easy to use and to create your own cover photo using different elements either that are free from Canva or that you upload. So I hope that helps you guys if you're looking to make a new cover photo or banner image for your Etsy shop. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again soon.